heartbreak. It could be any heartbreak, not just when a man decides that loving you isn't important anymore. Hearts are a fragile thing, and breaking it can be tough. Thank you everyone for joining me today on my speech 2 assignment. Love can be beautiful and cynical. Any heartbreaks can be almost like when we were teenagers. We're giving everything to that one person, and then it just drastically falls down from you being in love with that person, and then all of a sudden everything starts to change with moods and all that. And that becomes a roller coaster. You fall in love with that person, and then you become more aware of who you're with, and then automatically, like I said, it turns to be a way to escape from reality, and then you go through all these stages, almost like the falling stage, whenever you're binge eating, the flings, the overthinking, the almost like over drinking, all that stuff, whenever that person decides to leave you, or even another example of a heartbreak, whenever you lose someone that dies, or you go through numerous heartbreaks. According to psychologist Art Aaron, recent studies of an individual going through heartbreaks start to have a different flow of blood to the brain. It can almost lead to an obsession. A stage that I personally always went through was the digging out of it. I like to call that one the healing part. How you get confidence to move on. Part of that stage is when you go to the gym, when you talk to your friends about it. You start to think a little bit more of why that happens, and then and that's when you become a little bit more outgoing, and then a lot of people start talking to you more because you have a lot more confidence, escaping that stage that you were in, the worst part, which was the binge eating, the not thinking about the people that you love, the people that love you, because you're more focused on that person that you thought you loved and left. Another stage is forgetting. You're forgetting about that person. Like, you're no longer hoping you see that person in public. So that stage I like to call loving yourself. You start to love yourself. You start to understand that everything will be okay. Even if that person is gone, you're still going to be okay. Also, whenever you start to have that confidence in your mental health, you start to have that confidence, you start to feel a lot more better. Obviously, that confidence is so high that others can see that type of personality coming out of you. So a new person comes along, and finally then you realize that is your forever person, and you no longer have to worry about riding a roller coaster in your mind. It affects a person's mental health. As you can see, it affects a person's mental health pretty drastically, but it eventually gets better with just getting through those stages and becoming a better you. Our mindset could be a tricky thing. We just have to overcome it. My resources I used was This Is Your Brain on Heartbreak by Megan Losticky, and Why the Pain of a Broken Heart is Real by Eva Wiseman. This concludes my speech today. Thank you.